अस्सलाम वालेकुम। प्रोग्राम में एम्बेसी रोड में खुशामदीद। नाज़रीन, आज हमारे इस प्रोग्राम में हमारे मेहमान हैं पाकिस्तान में नॉर्वे के सफ़ीर जनाब तोरे नदरिबो। उनसे हम पाकिस्तान और नॉर्वे के दुतरफ़ा ताल्लुक़ात पे बात करेंगे। नॉर्वे पाकिस्तान का एक बेहतरीन दोस्त मुल्क है। वो पाकिस्तान के साथ हर शोबे में ताउन करता चला है और कई शोबों में वो इक़्तिसादी इमदाद भी दे रहा है। पाकिस्तान और नॉर्वे के दरमियान तजारती ताल्लुक़ात भी बहुत करीबी हैं। एक और बात यह है कि पाकिस्तानी बड़ी तादाद में नॉर्वे में रहते हैं, क़याम किया हुआ है उन्होंने, और वो नॉर्वे की तामीर और तरक्की में मसरूफ़ हैं। उनका क्या किरदार है, इसके बारे में हम सफ़ीर साहब से पूछेंगे। और इसके अलावा मुस्तक़बिल में पाकिस्तान और नॉर्वे के ताल्लुक़ात जो हैं उनकी क्या नोयत हो सकती है, किस तरह उनमें इजाफ़ा हो सकता है, उसमें तोसी हो सकती है, इन्हीं मौज़ूआत पर हम बात करेंगे। Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us in this program.
My pleasure.
Can you say something about, or tell our viewers about Pak-Norway relations? We have had diplomatic relations for quite some time. So what have we achieved in the last many decades of our diplomatic relations?
Well, Norway and Pakistan has had diplomatic relations since the establishment of Pakistan in 1947. For many years we didn't have an embassy here, but an embassy was established the late 1990s. Relations have been growing steadily over the years. An important factor is, of course, that we have a Pakistani community, about 40,000 in Norway, who represent an important minority in Norway.
Right. But since our diplomatic relations, you think that the relations have been on the positive track, they've been growing specifically in the field of economy and trade?
Yes, absolutely. And the most important factor in that development has been the establishment of Telenor, the Norwegian mobile operator in Pakistan. Telenor has by now, since they started here in 2005, invested $3 billion here in Pakistan. And
it's a very well-known telecom agency, yes.
Yes. So they have 40 million subscribers here, and they are the second biggest mobile operator, and they have big plans for Pakistan still.
Right. But other than that, in the energy sector, Pakistan, as you know, is facing the energy crisis for quite some time, although the government is making efforts to produce more energy for its needs, for the country's needs. But still, we are looking, I mean, the government has been looking to friendly countries for their support and help to increase the production of energy in Pakistan. So,
yes.
But Norway, you know, Norway is well known for its expertise in the field of energy, specifically in the field of solar energy and wind energy. So, can your country help Pakistan in producing more energy in these fields?
Well, Norway is particularly known for its hydropower. Almost all of the electricity in Norway is produced by hydropower.
Right.
And we have, some years ago, we have helped Pakistan through our development aid to establish some hydropower plants in the north. Today there is interest from a Norwegian solar power company to establish a solar power plant in the Upper Sindh. They are waiting to, eager to invest about $200 million there, but unfortunately they have not been able to start this project yet.
What are the obstacles in the way of this project, so that, you know, Sindh also needs a lot of energy, a lot of electricity?
Yes, in fact, I don't know exactly what is the problem. We are now waiting for 2 years, and we don't have any good explanation of what is the problem.
Right. Talking about the bilateral trade, Pakistan and Norway are doing a lot of trade, but is it, to your mind, is it increasing at the pace that you desire, or it is less than that?
We always hope for more trade, of course. At the moment, bilateral trade totals about $100 million a year, which is not a lot. So hopefully it will increase. The good thing for Pakistan is that the trade balance is in favor of Pakistan. You export far more goods to Norway than we export goods to Pakistan.
So you are importing from Pakistan. You know, traditionally Pakistan has been exporting textile and leather goods and sports goods to other countries, specifically the European countries. So these are your major imports from Pakistan?
Yes, traditional exports from Pakistan go to Norway, and some agriculture and some fruits and so on.
Right. But Pakistan is importing very less from Norway.
Yes.
So what are the major imports from Norway to Pakistan?
I think there are processed goods, some electronics, some IT items, maybe some services, and so on, and of course some salmon also. Norway is the world's biggest exporter of fish.
Fish,
so
yes,
a lot of fish come here too.
Yes. And you think that the import and export of other items, you know, besides the traditional ones, there are some possibilities or some efforts are being made that more goods should be included in the trade between the two countries?
One of the football factories there, which are world leading. And next year, the Norwegian elite series of football are going to use footballs from Sialkot.
Great.
And this shows that it is possible for Pakistani companies, Pakistan exporters, to do really well if they have the sufficient quality and follow up.
But are you satisfied? You have visited Sialkot, but you are satisfied with the quality of footballs being produced there? Because we are hearing from various sources that Pakistani football is being used in the international matches of football throughout Europe and other countries.
Yes, and that's correct, and that is why we're going to use them also in Norway for the elite series of football, and I think they're using them in the Bundesliga in Germany and in Denmark, Sweden, Iceland, Finland. And also they have been used in the World Championships of football,
yes.
And hopefully also for the next championships.
Ambassador, can you just talk about a little bit about the Pakistan-Norway joint ventures? You know, if there is a possibility, the two countries, investors or entrepreneurs can join hands to set up factories here or in Norway, but what are the prospects?
The prospects are good, and this solar power company that I talked about, that is an example of a joint venture. They have a Pakistani partner, and which will help them, and I think this is the way to go. Some other companies like Telenor, they are investing on their own and managing on their own, so they can choose if they want to have a local partner or go on their own.
You mentioned Telenor. It's a very important investment by a Norwegian company in Pakistan. And back in 2005, I was present when General Musharraf and the Norwegian company, you know, they signed the agreement and the company was launched.
Very good.
What are the experiences of this company? You know, have they experienced any difficulties in their operations in this country?
Well, they have done very well, but of course there are always some challenges here in Pakistan. But generally they are making a lot of progress, and like I said, it's now the second biggest mobile operator here, so they are very happy with the progress they have made.
Have you ever been able to talk to these managers of this company, and do they intend to expand their operation in Pakistan in future?
Yes, I stay in contact with them very often. And the next thing that is going to happen is that Telenor will open a new headquarters just outside Islamabad, and they have invested about $75 million in this new headquarters.
Great.
So that shows that they are really going to expand in Pakistan.
Right. Other than that, in this social field, in the field of education, health, and the training of Pakistani workers, what Norway is doing? I mean, is there any focus on these areas also? You know, Pakistan needs a lot of assistance in improving the educational facilities in Pakistan, the health facilities.
Yes, let me say one thing first. Pakistan, first of all, needs to help itself. We are partners, we will assist, but Pakistan needs to make the right initiatives itself,
Yes.
first of all, concerning health, education, everything. That said, we are ready to assist, and we are assisting. We are giving quite a lot of foreign assistance to Pakistan. Now the main priority is education, and more specifically vocational training, especially for girls. But we are into many various fields in foreign assistance, like also the preservation of historical monuments in Lahore and in the north, in Gilgit-Baltistan. We have done a lot together with the Aga Khan Foundation.
Yeah. When it comes to imparting training to women in Pakistan, that's a very important project. In which fields are you imparting training, or your experts are giving training to the women?
Well, we are working together with the vocational training, a technical training agency in Pakistan, and together with other partners like the German foreign assistance and the Dutch foreign assistance. So we are helping to build capacity on the Pakistani side. It's not like we are importing finished solution, ready solutions into Pakistan.
But is it a very productive project? Because when you are imparting training to women and you're building their capacities, so are they getting jobs? Are they getting engaged in some kind of work, productive work? Are you monitoring the effects of this or the impact of this training?
Yes, of course we are. And there's a huge demand, I think, for technically skilled young workers in Pakistan. And also there's a huge need for imparting such skills to girls, because girls tend to fall outside here, to not be prioritized.
Right. The other education, I mean the formal education, schools, colleges, universities, we have a massive number of young people. Almost 63% of Pakistan's population is young. So has your government focused on this to help out Pakistan to train these young people in the field of education, giving them higher education?
Well, indeed, the so-called youth bulge and in general the population increase in Pakistan is a huge challenge for Pakistan. And it is one that Pakistan basically has to deal with itself. It's Pakistan's responsibility. We can help, again, on the margins, but Norway is a small country. Yes. Pakistan is a very big country. So whatever we can do it's something, but it's not a lot in the big picture.
Master, there has been an engagement between the European countries and Pakistan for higher education. I mean, the students, young, brilliant students from Pakistan have been offered scholarships by France, Germany, and other countries. So, is there any possibility that Norway could also offer this kind of scholarships?
Well, we have a scheme for scholarships managed by our aid agency, NORAD. So which means that students from Pakistan can apply to have scholarships to go to study in Norway. Also, they are free to apply for places at Norwegian universities, and if they are accepted, they can go.
Right. In the technical fields, I mean, in the fields of, like polytechnics institutions where, the young people are trained to work in the field of industry, any possibility of that project, or the students, young people can go to Norway to get training in these fields?
Like I said, Norwegian universities are open to foreign students, also from Pakistan, but we don't have any special arrangement for Pakistan.
Not now, thank you. जारी है पाकिस्तान में नॉर्वे के सफीर से. You mentioned that Pakistan and Norway are cooperating with each other in law enforcement, in other areas. So, can you just tell our viewers in what way Norway is helping our police, and other agencies, law enforcement agencies?
Well, like I said, there is a level of cross-border crime between Norway and Pakistan. So it happens that people commit crimes in Norway and then they flee to Pakistan, and sometimes it's the other way around. So that's why the police of the two countries cooperate quite often about particular cases. And we are very happy for the open attitude of the police here in Pakistan. Most of the Pakistanis in Norway, they come from Gujarat and Karyan and Lala Musa and so on.
They are concentrated in that area.
Yes. So we have had quite good relations with the Gujarat police in fighting cross-border crime. And we also assisted them in building their capacity for forensic investigation. And we donated them a forensic lab and a forensic vehicle. And recently we also proposed to have a memorandum of understanding between Norway and Pakistan about police cooperation and fighting crime.
Right. What is the reason? I mean, this is a question, very interesting one, that people from that area, Gujarat, Karya and surrounding areas, only these people have gone to Norway. Is it that when earlier in 60s, 70s, some families went to live in Norway and they started, asking other relatives to come there and unite with them or something like this?
Well, I understand that people from Gujarat have been the majority of immigrants from here. Also, many people in the Netherlands, in the UK, in Denmark come from this region. For some reason, and I don't know why. They like to travel, it seems. And like I said, what happened in the case of Norway was that in the late 60s, some people started traveling because we didn't have any immigration ban then, so people could travel, get visa and travel to Norway. But 3,000 had arrived before we introduced the immigration ban in 1975. And after that, the arrival has been mostly family reunification.
Yeah. But between the government of Pakistan and government of Norway, at the level of Interior Ministry, there have been negotiations or talks to basically stop more people from migrating here to Norway, or preventing crime happening here or in Norway?
Well, we haven't discussed about stopping immigration. That is not on the table, but we are certainly we have discussed the police cooperation. We also discussed repatriation of Pakistanis who have arrived to Norway and asked for asylum and who have been refused.
Okay.
Like in many European countries, they need to come back to Pakistan. So we have signed a
Memorandum of Understanding, MOU?
no, well, an agreement, a regular agreement
okay.
between Norway and Pakistan about the return of refused refugees to Pakistan.
Yeah, but on what basis are they seeking asylum in Norway? Political basis or some other basis? Maybe.
Well, normally it's political, and some of them pretend to be Afghans because they think they have a better chance to get to stay in Norway and to get asylum if they are Afghans. So those are the people we are sending back.
Right. But are there Pakistanis who try to seek refuge in Norway or asylum in Norway in the garb of Afghans, or they're the genuine citizens of Afghanistan?
Well, a lot of the work involved in these cases is to establish where they're really from, if they are Pakistanis or if they're Afghans or any other nationality. So that's not always easy.
Yeah, it's not easy, but in Pakistan, we believe, I mean, our government and our agencies believe that some of the Afghans who migrated from Afghanistan to Pakistan in 80s, 70s, they've been able to get ID cards, identity cards, and passports. And they are now claiming to be the citizens of Pakistan, but they are Afghans. And that's a very complicated situation.
Yes, but this is not the challenge with the refugees in Norway. They claim to be Afghans, even if they are sometimes Pakistanis.
Yeah. So, but there is a clear policy line yet that you are not giving asylum to anybody who is looking for or seeking asylum on political basis.
Yes, we give asylum on a political basis, but that has to be in accordance with the International Convention on Refugees and Asylum.
Yeah.
So the whole work is to decide whether they have a good case, a sufficient case or not.
Right. The other issue, I mean, the other ground on the basis of which people seek